Hi, I'm Willie Miranda, and welcome to the Miranda Real Estate Show. Hello, I'm Jeff Miller from Sunmark Federal Credit Union, and I'm here today with my good friend Willie Miranda, broker owner of Miranda Real Estate Group. Willie, you've been doing business in the Capital Region for a long time and have had tremendous success. What has led to that success? What sets Miranda Real Estate Group apart?
You know, Jeff, it's funny. There's so many different factors that come to mind, but I have to say our unique selling proposition is what really set us apart. Back in 2002, when we started Miranda Real Estate Group, we came out with a concept of the guarantee sale program, where we actually guarantee to buy someone's home if they trade up and buy one of our homes. And that really set us on the map when we first started. But there's a lot of different factors to it. You know, in any type of business out there, I mean, you have to be successful. I've always learned that you have to leverage yourself with good people, technology, and marketing. And we've done very well in all three of those areas.
I know, Willie, one thing that's really important to you is getting the proper information out to the buyers and sellers in the area. So I see that you wrote a couple of books in reference to those. So what's in the books and why did you write these books?
Well, you know, I mastermind with agents all across the country, and we usually meet 3 times a year. And for about 5 years, we all decided that, you know, we all wanted to write a book and educate the buyers on the buying process. And you and I have done a great job with some of the buyer seminars that we've done over the years. And it's amazing how many buyers don't know about what to do when buying a home. And we've always told buyers that buying a house is not an event that you just show up to and do. It's an actual process. So this book really outlines the process from the initial interview to finding a home and the best way to find a home, to writing up a contract, attorney approval period, the inspection process, the mortgage process, right on through to the closing table.
And if there's people out there that want to get a copy of this book, if they're thinking about buying or selling, where can they go to get it?
It's really easy. You can go to my website at 518buyerbook.com to get a free copy. And what we'll also include, Jeff, you and I put together a great buyer pack that really outlined all those different things that a buyer should know to not only buy a home, but to get it at the best price. And there's a lot of different things on negotiating in there and how to really pinpoint what you're looking for so you're really happy with your purchase. So we'll go ahead and actually include that packet of information just by going onto that website at 518buyerbook.com, and we'll mail it out to them free of charge.
Hi, my name is Willie Miranda, and my agency is located in Clifton Park at 1482 Route 9, just south of Grooms Road. Growing up as a kid, I always wanted to be a state trooper, and right out of college, I got into the insurance business part-time. And I noticed that just working with a lot of the people, being able to help them with their insurance needs was very gratifying to me. So after about 6 months and being able to go into the Trooper Academy, I decided to stay in the insurance business, and Allstate was my choice. I've had my Allstate agency here in Clifton Park for over 20 years now. Although my name's on the sign and on the front door, what's really made my agency successful is the staff. My staff is very dedicated to our customers, and they work very hard to make sure that they're doing the right job with each and every customer that we serve. One of my favorite parts of being an Allstate agent is that working with families as their needs change, also their insurance needs change. And it's very rewarding to be able to help them, but also be able to get repeat business and referral business from them for doing a good job of making sure that they're protected and their family's protected as well. My team and I have sold over $1 billion in real estate sales, and one of the biggest compliments you can get is testimonials and feedback from happy clients. Here's what one client had to say.
So, you know, my wife and I like to entertain, and the home we were living in was a little bit small, had a small kitchen, we both like to cook. So there were certain things we wanted in a new home, one being a good place to entertain, another being an in-ground pool. So those were kind of the 2 major things we wanted in a new home, but we were pretty open to everything else. So we reached out to Willie, who encouraged us to go online and look for properties that kind of fit what we might be looking for in our price range. But then he also offered up some suggestions of places he knew were on the market that we might be interested in. So we started the process, started booking appointments so we could get into these houses and see them. And ironically, the first home that we looked at was the one we ended up buying. So this was the first time that we sold a home, so we really didn't know what to expect. And having Willie's expertise to come in and tell us exactly what we needed to do to get the home ready, to get the most value out of the house, whether it be painting certain rooms or lighting. I mean, there were a number of different things that Willie recommended that we do to put the house in tip-top shape and ready to sell. For example, one thing I would never have realized is our old home had electric heat. And Willie informed us that, you know, there are buyers who that's not very attractive to, and they may come in and love the house, but seeing electric heat may be a real negative. So what Willie encouraged us to do was to get an estimate to see what it would cost to turn the house over from electric to gas. So if someone came in and raised that as an issue, we could show exactly how much it would cost to transfer the home over to gas. It just made it easier when you started talking about price.
Thank you for watching Miranda Real Estate Show. We just renovated our office here in Clifton Park. Come on in and take a look. All right, here's our reception area, and this is one of the things that we always tell our customers is that it's so important to have that first impression for any buyer coming into your property. So we say the same thing here coming into our office. We want to make sure that when clients come to see us or agents come to see us, that's a very professional atmosphere. We have a place for them to come in, recline, read books. We have coffee and tea in the other room. But then we're also very close to our state-of-the-art training facility here that we have, which has a huge 70-inch screen TV where we can do a lot of training for our agents, but also be able to sit down with our sellers and buyers and show them properties, be able to show them inside the properties, outside the properties, and all the different amenities that the properties have to offer. We're able to do that here in this building. So here we have the agents room, and we wanted to provide professional space for our agents. And really what we feel is that the real estate office of the future is really no office at all. We want a professional environment for our real estate agents to come in, to be able to do work here, to get their contracts done. We have our copier system here, fax, all their mail. Everything that they need to do, they can do here in this room. But most of the work is done right here on their cell phones. But we still want to provide professional space. Our agents can come in here, meet our clients, be able to make copies here, get their mail, input their information to our staff, and to make sure that things are being done the way they need to be in order to deliver excellent service to our customers. We wanted to also have a great place for our agents to be able to come in and network with each other so we can keep that great culture that we have here at Miranda Real Estate Group.
My name is Kristen Drolette. I'm with Miranda Real Estate Group. I've been with Miranda now for 3 years. I came from a large company. I always thought big company, big name, I'm going to get a bunch of listings, I'm going to get a bunch of clients, and I've realized the company doesn't matter so much as who you are as an agent, but you as an agent are nothing without the company. So unless you have the tools that the company is willing to give you, you're not going to really succeed in this business. So having known what Willie's offered me has definitely helped my business, and I feel that I'm appreciated. I feel that I'm a member of a team, that I'm not just a number, that I'm not just producing and I'm here because they're making money, that I walk into the office and everybody knows me. So the feeling of being welcome, the feeling of being on a team, the feeling of having a family, someone to lean on. There's agents who specialize in new construction homes. There's agents who specialize in rentals. There's agents who specialize in short sales. So again, Willie does such a great job at bringing in experienced agents into the office and also information that he's gotten from across the country to really build a team.
Okay, so this is my office here, and when we actually did the remodel on this building, we actually did an addition here. So we have our 4 main administrative offices here in the new addition. And I do work here in the office, so a lot of customers will say when they talk to me that, hey, are you really in that building? And they actually come in, they're actually able to visit with me and be able to sit down and meet with clients here. I also meet with my agents one-on-one where we actually plan and do a lot of different things on how to grow their business, mainly by referral, but also how to build a better business for themselves. Where we'll actually do daily huddles where we all stand around a circle here at the desk and make sure that we're going over all the different things that need to be done for that day, any challenges, any sucks that they need, so that we can address them first thing in the morning so that it gets done. But the main objection is to make sure that we're providing our clients with exceptional service, and everyone involved here in our office knows everything that's going on with each and every file at our company. And that's very important. That's one of the things that I feel sets us apart from the competition, is that we're able to have our staff take the time to know every file and to make sure that there's any problems whatsoever that we're all aware of it. So if a client calls or someone's out to lunch, we're able to handle that right away.
Willie, everybody wants to know if this is a good time to buy or sell. So what can you tell us about the market right now?
That's the magic question. And I always tell people, you know what, I don't know. My crystal ball's in the garage.
Sure.
But it really comes down to, think about over the last few years, the way interest rates have been so low. And there's been a lot of buyers that are out there that weren't buyers that are now buyers because their credit scores are better, they saved more money, the economy's better. Everything that we're seeing here, and especially in the Capital District, is on the upswing. So now is a great time to buy, and there's a lot of different reasons for it, but I think there's less inventory out there, so we're starting to see that home prices are starting to escalate a little bit more, where that wasn't the case a few years ago. So now is definitely a great time to buy. And interest rates, and who better be an expert on interest rates than you, but where would you, kind of get the question back to you, where do you see interest rates going?
I feel interest rates are going to stay pretty low for the foreseeable future. We're going to have great different options for our buyers to buy houses with low interest rates, and we have a number of different options where people can buy a house with very little money out of their pocket for a down payment at all. So from the mortgage standpoint, this is a great time to buy.
We have an amazing team here at Miranda Real Estate Group, and our primary goal is to have each and every one of our agents have more fun, make more money, and give more back to the community. We also want to let each and every one of our agents build their own business within our business. Here are some great tips from some of our agents.
I love the team atmosphere. I chose Miranda 10 years ago because it was a family-owned operation. Willie's an independent broker versus the chains. I didn't want to work for a chain or franchise. And it's continued to have that small family-operated feeling. It's grown as a team. We've grown from 15 to 70 agents in my 10 years there, but it's still a tight-knit team atmosphere, and that's what I like about it.
Just the fact that we are a team, even our newer agents in our company, they have a team that they can rely on hundreds of years of experience, and I think that sets us apart. We really do look out for each other. We do a lot of training with our agents, so our agents have an advantage because they're being trained by a national coach, and a lot of people don't know that. That's kind of the biggest secret in our Capital District, is Willie is a national coach and coaches agents all over the country. So our agents get all that for free.
It can be a cutthroat business, but our company's never been set up like that, which is great. We have weekly trainings and meetings and webinars that's truly helpful to everybody. And I think it gives more of the essence of the team approach to things. When if you have a question, you can send out a team email and you get a response immediately. You need coverage, you need help, you're on vacation. And I like the fact that it's not a cutthroat environment at all.
Do your research. Know what is around you, know your competition. Do drive-bys around the neighborhood. Go to open houses, see what other people are offering, and make sure that your home looks like something that another person would want to live in.
Is to start off being very organized. In order to list a home, you've got to get certain documents together each and every time. So when I talk to a potential new client, I have them get all those documents assembled. And then we go through the house and we see if there's anything that needs to be decluttered. That's a big thing. Declutter, spruce it up a little bit. You want to get the most bang for your buck.
Know exactly what you can afford, so definitely speak with the lender. You can even call somebody here at Sunmark. Know what your price point is. Know exactly what you're looking for and take your time.
Well, first step obviously is the pre-approval process. To know really what their numbers are and what they can afford. What's important to them. Is having a two-car garage the most important thing? Is having a newer home, a nicer home, the location? They need to know what they're looking for and what they can afford.
My best advice for someone who's looking to buy a home is very similar too. You want someone with a track record that knows the market, that knows what values are in that community. You want to educate, someone who can educate the buyer on the current market conditions. So buyers can make a mistake. This is the biggest investment they're going to make in their lifetime. So they want to make sure that they have someone who's guiding them with the knowledge that they need.
Keep it simple, keep it basic but nice. Use some neutral colors. Make sure that you don't over-clutter. You want to keep the focus on the home, not the things that you're putting in it.
I guess it depends on where the home's starting. If it's really, really in poor condition and the neighborhood is certainly driving newer, better, more modern homes, you know, they may want to look into some significant renovations. If it's just needs a fresh coat of paint and some freshening up, maybe that's all you need to do. Any house will sell in any condition. The ones that are move-in ready and updated and more buyer friendly are certainly going to sell that much faster.
Depending on the condition of your home, you may want to take the time and put a little money back into your home. As far as, you know, if you have some crazy colors in your house or patterns that might be outdated. Again, you want to look at your home from a buyer's perspective. If you were to buy your home again today, what would you like to see in your home?
Well, the two things that I always like to point out to look at is the top and the bottom. Look at your roof. Look at the top of the home. Structurally, that's very important. Then you also want to look at foundation. So I would start from the very top of the house and then look at the bottom of the house and make sure that you have a solid foundation.
Well, I think you want to look and see how a home has been maintained over the years. I mean, if it's been, you know, the Home Depot effect, someone takes a seminar and does their own little project, and did they do it well? Did they not do it well? Have they hired professional contractors to do things over the years? You know, are the little things being taken care of? Because if the little things are being taken care of, chances are the big things are too.
Well, they should consult with a buyer's representative, someone that's got their interest, that's protecting their interest, someone who knows the market, to know that you might fall in love with a house, but it could be overpriced. And sure, people will pay for it if they want it bad enough, but then, you know, you're in banking. You could potentially run into an appraisal issue, and all of a sudden the house of your dreams, if you overpay for it, you can't even get qualified for a mortgage. So I would definitely say, you know, have a buyer representative, someone who's going to represent you, protect your interests. Even if you find a house in an open house, you want to talk to a buyer's agent who's going to represent you.
I was looking at a home with a referral. She was purchasing a home, and we were looking at this home, and she came to me from a mutual friend. So we're walking into the backyard, and there was a really nice in-ground pool. It's absolutely beautiful. But of course you want to make sure that the water temperature is warm. So she went to dip her foot into this side of the pool, and there she goes into the pool. And you know, first I asked her if she was okay, and we started laughing, and it was really funny.
Well, I was at a listing too. Great couple. They were buying and selling this great house in East Greenbush, and nicest couple. And they had this beautiful dog, and I got along with the dog. I'd been in the house multiple times. And so we sat at the kitchen table. We were filling out all the listing paperwork. I get ready to leave. The dog decided my shoe tasted good, so ate my entire shoe, tore it up. As I was leaving, I saw my shoe. I kind of gasped. The clients come running out. They couldn't believe their dog chewed my shoe up. I had a full day of appointments. Luckily, I was close to my house. I had to leave barefoot. I had to go home, get a new pair of shoes. And then when we ended up closing, they gave me a gift certificate to buy a new pair of shoes.
I would have to say, one time when showing to an investor a vacant property, after being in the home for about 5 minutes or so, the buyers started getting a little fidgety. Quickly I realized I was getting a little fidgety, and we ran out of the home realizing that the home was infested with fleas. Before I knew it, my buyer was in the middle of the street, already stripped down to his underwear.
Actually, I actually had to show a house to a couple, and I'll try to make this quick, but the wife took a phone call on the way into the house. So I continued to go in. She said, "You guys go ahead without me, I'll be right in." So me and the husband, we went in, and first thing we started with is the basement. There's a sign on the basement door that says, "Do not let the cat out." We went down in the basement, and when we were done, we turned around to come back up the stairs. There's the cat at the top of the stairs. Well, me being brave, saying, "Oh, let's go," I took one step forward. The cat's back went up, the teeth came out, it started to hiss loud, and as I took a step backwards, I found myself wrestling with a cat that had leaped on my face. Gently, for all the animal lovers, put it down, and we were held hostage by this cat for a good 15 minutes until the wife came looking for her husband. So that's probably one of the funniest / scariest moments in showing a house.
Well, as a real estate agent, it's important for me to really explain the process to a potential buyer or seller so they understand the start to finish. It is a process, and there's many moving parts to it, and that's where I like to come in and really guide that buyer or seller and get them to the finish line.
I love Miranda Real Estate. Willie Miranda is a great broker. He's there for us. He's certainly made himself available. The company's grown. We're always changing, very innovative. Certainly we have a great relationship with Sunmark. I love doing business with Sunmark. I've done business with them pretty much since I've started in the business. They do a great job for my clients. You know, it's just about making dreams happen for people, making things happen.
There's cleanliness, there's price, and there's marketing. Those three things sell a house. So if something's not selling, it's because of one of those three reasons. You know, it might look great. Is the realtor or the real estate company doing great marketing? And what about the price? Because if you're not getting showings, you're not getting buyers in, you won't sell a house. So it's those three things, and it seems basic. It's harder than it seems.
Hi, I'm Jeff Miller, and this is Liz Jacobson. We're from the Sunmark Mortgage team. We're here today to answer the most commonly asked questions by today's new home buyer. So Liz, our first question is about down payments. Do you need a large down payment to purchase a home?
No, Jeff, you don't. Sunmark offers a variety of loan programs with zero down payment.
We offer VA, USDA loans. Those are both no down payment loans. And we even have a Sunmark specific loan that's a 100% financing loan as well. The number two most common question we get asked is about Sunmark as a financial institution. So what else does Sunmark offer besides mortgages?
So Sunmark offers a variety of financial options, checking accounts, savings accounts, auto loans. It gives us an idea of your whole financial picture.
And that gives us an opportunity to look at your existing debt and possibly refinance those into lower monthly payments. That's going to help you during the mortgage pre-approval process. The third most common question we get asked is about the time frames. So Liz, how long does it take to complete the entire mortgage process?
The entire mortgage process takes approximately 45 to 60 days from the day you sign your contract to the day you get your keys. The great thing about Sunmark is everything is done local at our headquarters. From origination to closing, it's all local, right here.
And that really helps us hit your time frames for closing. Our final question is about the pre-approval process. So Liz, do people need to come in and get pre-approved face-to-face?
Jeff, I'll work with anyone's busy schedule. They can actually come in if they feel more comfortable to start the process. They can also visit my secured 24-hour web application. It helps with everyone's busy schedule. The best way to get started is to give me a call at 347-3174.
If you have any questions today regarding the home buying process or any of the other services that Sunmark provides, you can go to sunmarkfcu.org. Thanks for watching.
My team and I have sold over 5,700 properties here in the Capital District. One of the biggest compliments you could receive is great feedback from happy customers. Here's what another client had to say.
I think we really were looking for, someone with a lot of experience, someone who has been through the process before, someone that could bring a lot of professionalism to the table and just make us feel comfortable and just basically take some of the stress away. I mean, it's stressful enough to prepare a home and to do all of these other things to, get ready that we really were kind of happy to hand off a lot of that, and they really could not have made it more seamless. We kind of had an idea of where we wanted to price the home, but they were very good at helping us find comparables.
Yeah, I would say one of the things that Willie did was he came over and spent a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours sitting with us around the dinner table, kind of explaining what he and his team does, as well as explaining potentially what our property could look like when it kind of goes up for sale.
I actually remember at one point, we took some of the advice to get our house prepared, and we got our house so prepared. I remember looking at John like, I don't know if I want to leave. There was a second where I wasn't sure, I even could go through it. And even then I was a little scared, and I admitted to Willie, I'm like, I'm really feeling apprehensive now. And he said, well, that's okay. You don't have to sell your house. And I was really shocked that he would have that expression. I mean, here we've already, he's invested so much time with us, but that's really how the pressure was off.
There were a lot of homes that we wanted to see. So initially I was kind of uncomfortable saying, we want to see all these homes. And immediately they were like, no, if you want to see them, we're going to see them. So let's see them all. And not only did we see them all, but we saw the house we ended up with something like 4 times. And at no point was Willie or any member of his team kind of like, you guys have seen this house enough. They were just like, sure, we'll see it. When do you want to see it? Tonight? So it always had that positive reinforcement from him as well as his team, as far as, letting us kind of do what we want to do as far as making sure we're comfortable with the house. There was no pressure at any point in time to pull the trigger on any house. In fact, I remember the one Saturday we went and saw the house for the final time. He actually came with us, toured the house. We actually went outside and he provided some feedback as far as pricing and the house and as far as what he really gave us a lot of value and gave us a lot of comfort, and it's hard to put a value on that.
You're armed going in with like all the tools you need to get, a home that you really love, and also, sell your home for a fair price.
I think the only thing that I would add too is that purchasing your house is probably one of the largest investments you're ever going to make. So to have Willie and his team on your side, being your advocate for you, whether you're selling or buying, I think is very calming and makes you feel very comfortable as a seller or purchaser. So we certainly appreciated that. I guess I would just say, we were in your shoes at one point in time, recently in your shoes, and it can be uncomfortable to make that initial call, but I really encourage anyone to make that initial call to Willie and his team and give Willie and his team the opportunity to come into your house, to have a discussion with you, and I truly believe that the level of services he provides are just exceptional. So I encourage you to pick the phone up and give him a call.
And once you make the phone call, it's really easy from there. That's the hardest part.
Willie, I know it's very important to you to get the proper information out there to buyers and sellers. So I know recently you've written a couple of books on the topic. So what can you tell us about the books?
Absolutely. Jeff, I mastermind, as you know, with agents all over the country. And we meet about 3 times a year. And at this one meeting I went into and talked about educating and doing more things for educating and actually writing a book. And everyone had the interest to do it, but we just didn't have the time to do it. So we all decided to come up with 18 different chapters of topics that sellers and buyers wanted to know about buying or selling their property. So we all picked a chapter each from selling to buying and became a co-author. So I'm actually a co-author to be exact, but it's a great book, and in this book it gives you information on the whole buying process, from the initial interview to finding a house, to writing the contract, to right down to getting your keys. And the same thing for the selling process. There's a lot of different things to get top dollar for your home. And from marketing their property and staging that property and all the different things that you can do to get top dollar for your home, but also to get a great price when buying a home. So those are the 2 books, and they've been great books. And I feel that the best client is the educated client. And this has done a great job for us, and it's been a great vehicle to educate our customers.
And I see you also have a CD here that you did as well.
I tell my sellers all the time, don't list your house without getting a copy of this CD, because it really points out the top 5 strategies to get your home sold fast for top dollar and with the least amount of hassles here in the Capital District. From pricing your home to staging the home to all the different things that you could do with marketing a home. It's a great CD, short CD, but really good information. And I was interviewed by John Hart, which is a podcast person who just goes out and syndicates this out to the entire country. And we've had a lot of great reviews with it, a lot of great comments, and it's something that we'll include with the seller book. If anyone's looking to purchase a home or actually sell a home, we'll get these books in a package for them free of charge.
And how can the people today get a copy of these great books?
Well, if you're looking to sell a home, 518sellerbook.com is the website to get that information. Or if you're looking to buy a home, 518buyerbook.com. So we made it very easy, Jeff.
Thank you for watching the Miranda Real Estate Show. And if you're looking to buy or sell here in the Capital District, please call us today at 348-2060 and start packing.